Alrighty, y'all. Hello, and welcome back to another try test. This one I'm excited for because we stumbled upon this at one of our European store hotspots, and I did not recognize this. I believe this is something called, as a group, Kvass or something like that. It might have different names regionally, but I think generally that's an accepted name of this drink. I read a little bit about it. I, of course, would have to learn about it more in depth, and anything you can teach me in the comments, I'd be grateful for. I believe it's basically a fermented bread soft drink, according to some of these cans. I'll be honest, I've never heard of this in my life. Have you?
No, I have not.
No. Sounds weird, I'll be honest. Sounds kind of interesting. Might be really good, might be totally different. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. We have a few different kinds here. So we'll go through that. But yeah, I read briefly that this is very popular in like Europe, of course, versus America, but mostly kind of like maybe Eastern Europe or Northeastern Europe, to be exact. If this exists in the U.S., it must be very niche because I've never seen it, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think it's something most Americans generally would experience or know about. So yeah, let's break into it, yeah? That one.
Okay. One.
All right, so we'll move these aside.
Okay.
All right, and I believe these are all from maybe different places. This is Gubernia, right? Brewery. Bread Kvass, okay. Fermented bread soft drink, rather. Natured without preservatives, and it's dark rye flavor. Sounds crazy. I can't say I've ever had a drink like this. And I believe this is product of Lithuania.
Wow.
So my first thought is, wow, that is different, right? Americans, we're used to soda, juices, water, right?
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever had one. If I were to guess, my mind just wants to go to, is this similar, like, to beer, right? Mm-hmm. That's like my first thought because of like some of the fermented bread, soft drink. I don't know. We'll see. So let's pop it open.
Yeah, and then we'll look at the ingredients.
Oh yeah, sure. So let's pour it. Is it gonna pour like beer? Does it foam up?
Oh,
kind of, right? It kind of does.
What?
Okay, so look, it's got a dark color, yeah?
Yeah.
And it is dark rye. Maybe that's why?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know anything about this, guys. I really don't. I may put pop-ups on the screen. That's something I'd like to implement in these, so I'll look up after the fact.
Okay.
Ooh, smells different than most beers, I think.
Are you drinking?
Not yet. Oh. I'm just kind of looking at it, smelling it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
I'm scared.
I am. The only like fermented drink that we have in the U.S., and I wouldn't even call it mainstream. Just like kombucha, right?
Oh yeah, kombucha.
That's like, that has traction here in the U.S.
Right.
But I wouldn't say like everyone drinks it, right? It's just it's still more of a niche thing, but I've never heard of this. Okay, here we go.
Okay, drink can.
Oh.
What?
Okay. Okay.
What?
This might be one of the most interesting episodes we've filmed yet. I'll be honest. Going in, this seems weird to me, right? I'm not familiar with it. Okay. And that's not, I don't think anyone would be offended by that.
No, it's different.
It's just very different,
yeah.
right? Let me take one more drink. Oh boy. I did not think I would like this.
What?
This is actually kind of good.
Oh my gosh.
How do I describe it? Are you gonna be brave enough to try it?
I'll smell it here.
It doesn't taste how it smells, but you can smell it. I'll say that too.
Oh, it does taste like sour.
I thought I would not like this at all.
Okay.
And we don't know about those yet.
Right.
I mean, dark rye drink, that just sounds so weird to me. I thought this would not be good. I can't believe that it's actually good.
What?
It's very different. If you guys want to put it in the comments, like how often, if you are a drinker of this, is this something you have a lot? Is it like a seasonal thing? Maybe you have it certain seasons more than others. I did read that mostly it's served cold or like sort of cold. It's not served hot that I know of.
Ew.
Or not like super freezing cold, just, kind of moderately cold.
Yeah.
So that's what we have.
Chill.
I believe this is at like 5 degrees Celsius. I have this at.
Okay.
I like it. It's kind of refreshing in the weirdest way. It's dark rye. I've had rye bread, right?
Right.
It doesn't really remind me of that. It has that fermented texture like kombucha has.
Okay,
that kind of acidic, weird, sparkly texture, but different than anything else, right? And I like it.
That's weird.
And it has... Actually, will you do me a favor? Will you show the ingredients? I feel like this has like a caramel flavor.
Okay.
Or like a malty caramel. I don't know. It's so weird, but I like it.
It's in English, which is cool. Bacon, toasted bread, ingredients: water, sugar, rye bread, crumbs. It's crumbs.
Wow.
Roasted rye malt, made malt, rice flour, water, acidity regulator, citric acid, carbon dioxide, natural sediment is possible. Lot number.
Is the malt giving me that flavor, that kind of caramel malt texture? Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it is. Yeah.
I think that's what you're feeling. Is this Lithuania?
Yeah.
They speak English there?
I mean, I'm sure some people do. I think.
Is that their own?
I think that this is probably. They probably do small exports, and they make an export can,
Yes,
which some companies do, right?
Yeah.
Some of the beers we've tried are straight up from wherever, Germany, Poland, but they have an export can that they send us,
Okay, yes. I know they speak English in a lot of countries. I didn't mean
They
it
do.
like that. But like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
they had their own language. That's what I meant.
Oh, of course they do. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think they made this as an export can to English-speaking countries,
Right.
or maybe even the U.S. Specifically.
That makes sense.
Um,
How many?
I don't want to go on forever. I'm honestly like, I'm mind blown by it. Yeah, this is so different than anything we've had. We've had a lot of different stuff so far. This is way different. Different than beer. I don't know what to compare it to. I don't think there's anything I can compare it to here.
Right.
The only thing I can compare is somewhat, it's not even direct, but somewhat a texture comparison to kombucha. But it's not like kombucha, so I'm not saying that. I thought I wouldn't like it at all. I actually do. I can't believe it. I'm going to give this like a 7.5 out of 10.
Wow, that's strong.
Yeah, a strong 7.5. It's very interesting.
Oh.
I don't know how often I would have something like this, but I do like it. Yeah, like I said in the comments, let me know, what's a good occasion to have this on, or what does this pair well with?
Yes.
And also, I'm assuming this is the type of drink you would probably use in recipes, too.
Fine, I'll have a sip.
I didn't think I'd like it, and it's not what I thought, in a good way.
Oh, it tastes like tea.
Tea?
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
It tastes like with tea.
You
with
might be
honey.
right.
Like a tea with honey for me. Like a thyme tea with honey.
Is that what I'm tasting? A honey taste, not caramel?
I think the malt is giving that flavor, and also the toasted rye bread probably
Yeah.
expels a sweetness or something.
Very
I think
interesting.
Rye bread is sweet, but
Wow, good start. All right, well, that was an interesting start. Let's move on. I'll just grab them in order now. We have this one, and I will not try to fool you and try to pronounce that.
oh my gosh.
That is, I don't know what that says, but looks interesting. It does have an import label here, which cracks me up for the reason that the import label is actually in German.
Are you serious? Wait, let me see this.
So we have a Cyrillic label, can't read it.
Okay.
We have an import label that I usually can read, but the import label is in German. So clearly this is like, I don't know if it's, Russian, Ukrainian, Belarusian, I don't know.
Can I see the front
But
of it?
I don't have a chance reading that. No, I can't read German either.
Yeah, I wonder what language. Is this Belgian, maybe? I don't know.
Belgian?
Never mind. I don't even know.
No, I don't think so, honey.
No.
It looks like it does say Ukraine right there on the import label. So I'm assuming
Yeah,
that says
Ukraine.
something along the lines of imported from Ukraine or product of Ukraine.
Maybe.
So we're going to go with that because they would use that alphabet. So that lines up. Don't know anything about it like that one. So we're just going to see how it is. Kind of a cool can though, for sure. Ooh. Oh, it does foam up. Okay.
Is this beer?
I don't think so. They didn't card me for it, so I don't know.
Oh.
The only reason I know it's Kvass is because it does say Kvass right there, Kwas, which a W in German would be a V. So Kvass, that's how you would spell Kvass in German.
You're right.
You know? Kvass, Taras, black.
Okay.
So black Kvass. All right, so anyone know about that? Go ahead and let me know. We'll see how it is compared to that one. Ooh, wow. Okay, so it's definitely Kvass because it's similar to that one. This one is more, I think you're right. That one, the first one was more honey. I was wrong on my assessment. It was more kind of honey. I can see the tea comparison. I don't know if it's like straight up like tea in my opinion, but I can see that comparison. This one I feel like is more caramel. Like,
Okay.
I don't know how it differs compared to that one, but it is dark, right? It has a similar texture.
Very dark, yes. It has more foam.
It had more foam. I mean, that could have been my pour, but I actually feel like this one is smoother.
Oh.
That one was a little more acidic
It was.
and bubbly, like barely, right? But this one is like really smooth.
Let me smell it.
That's good.
Backwash of the hints.
And I'll show this in case anyone does know how to read that. You can go for it.
Try to show it earlier, but yeah.
I would show that, and then I would show the Ukrainian text as well,
Turn it around.
in case people want to read it. The question is, what's better? Not that that matters. I think these are all going to be interesting. But I gave that first one a 7.5.
Okay.
I don't know how to rate this one. I'd say more often than not, if I wanted to just grab this for a refreshment, I guess I'd give the edge to this one because it's just more mild and a little smoother, right?
Okay.
They're both really good. So I wouldn't really say one's better than the other one, but I will give this one an 8.
Wow.
I'll give this one an 8.
Okay.
These are so interesting. Wow. This is fun. I've never had a drink like these ever. I think we should save that one for last because this looks like it's flavored, like
Okay.
like fruity, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'll try this one. This is Smetnishka, I believe.
Okay.
Smetnishka, Gira. Kind of a cool can, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting is it has the foil on top.
Fancy.
You don't see that much. That's fancy. They have that on some Modelo cans or some of the Cervezas de Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's number 1, so
Number 1.
should be good. This is also Lithuanian. So we had Lithuanian, Ukraine, Lithuania again. Obviously a different brand. So let's crack it open. Very, very fancy presentation. I'd say this one wins for presentation so far, as in the most classy, you could say, right?
It's fancy today.
It's even got a gold top.
Ooh.
I wonder if you're supposed to swirl these or shake these. I'm sure I will hear that in the comments.
Yeah, you probably were supposed to. It's probably stuff in the bottom and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like Orangina.
My apologies.
He's still learning, you guys.
Yeah, this is so different. Okay. I would say this is not as dark. I mean, they're all dark, but
More like amberish.
it's more amber than the other two, yeah?
Yeah. juice in there. Brown.
Okay, I'm gonna get right to it. Wow. Ooh, that is different. That's different than those. We have a guest star trying to get on the set.
Sydney.
Little Sydney. Okay. This one has more of a cold rush, like, so not necessarily the taste itself, but like you do get a nice cold, refreshing kind of hit with this one. I don't know why it's, I feel like it's more like, I don't know, crisp,
Because of the cool packaging.
Possibly, yeah. I will say that crispness, the coldness, and then like going in, it's good. I'm not fond of the aftertaste. This one has a little bit of an aftertaste.
Ew.
It's not bad. It's just a little strong, right? So it's kind of that more honey-esque aftertaste, but it's just a little much,
Yeah.
It's not something I prefer, but it's really good going in. If it was a little more mild going down, I think it would be top because it has potential with how crisp it is when you first drink it. Very interesting still. I will give that one a 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The aftertaste is very strong. I'm not fond of it.
I don't know what it says. Okay. Okay. Fermented soft drink.
So the last one we have, this one's in a tall glass bottle. Pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of some of the beer bottles we've had on some other episodes. And I believe this one is actually from Poland because it looks like Polish, right?
It does.
And it says .pl somewhere on here. So this one is Kvass. I don't know if that's Walensky. It says Walensky Kvass with cranberry.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's might be very interesting. So we're gonna see. I'm surprised there's actually a twist off. It says so. Right? I'll do a little like tip.
Oh, be careful. Uh-oh.
It's okay. I did tip it before
Okay.
to take, but okay.
Yeah, don't spill everywhere.
Okay. Nice and smooth.
Okay.
I wipe my hands off of that.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Ooh, this one's pretty dark again. Definitely smell a fruity smell to this one. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. That is different. Naturally, it would be different than those, considering this one's more flavored, right?
Yeah.
Wow. That goes down really nicely. I mean, that's kind of predictable if it's flavored, fruity flavored. Yeah, it's, naturally it's like more sugary, more sweet, way more, actually.
Wow. Good. Because of the cranberries, maybe?
Mm-hmm. It is an odd combo because, like, of course, we have tons of fruity drinks, alcoholic drinks, anything, right, here?
Yeah.
But it is weird tasting that fruity drink flavor with something like this as a base. So it's still different, Mm-hmm. You can still tell it's Kvass.
Right.
Wow. It's interesting. Like, for people that maybe would be too intimidated by Kvass or, like, don't like it, maybe this would work for some people because it is good.
Right.
I think I prefer more of the authentic, straight up Kvass, right? This one I'll give like a 5.5, so above this one. It's actually really good. It's just I'm only giving it a lower score because I'd rather have the natural ones, not the flavored ones, like
Right.
fruity, but it is cool and a nice alternative for people. All right, well, that's going to do it for this one. I think there was more Kvass at the store,
Yes.
but, I thought 4 was a good grouping,
Okay.
Perhaps it's something we can explore again, or I can have other people try. Yeah, very, very interesting. I did not know what to expect, and the result was definitely unexpected, right? It's different than I thought.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be really weird and gross, maybe. And it's not. I'm happy to report. So, yeah, this is awesome. This was a fun one. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say in the comments. You know, is this a staple? Is this a staple where you're watching from? Or, you know, maybe this is something that you have not had a lot. Go ahead and let me know. This was a fun one and definitely more, you know, one of our most different tests so far. So, again, thank you guys for watching and your support on these videos. These are a blast. Much more to come. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.